There is also example of Aisha radiallahu anha. She was so young when she got married. Again, we are caught up in the whole mystery. I mean, like, I can't believe she was 9 when she got married. Or she was 6 when she got married. And then there are a lot of people who are trying to justify and give more calculations as to when she got married. When she is totally fine with the whole idea. That community who would always be picking on Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, calling him Majnoon, calling him Sahir, giving him all sorts of names. They never picked on this whole scandal. They never said, oh, you're marrying a kid. They were fine with the whole concept. She used to take pride in saying, I'm married to the Prophet. She was so sane throughout her life. So in Urdu we say, Jab Miyan Biwi Razi, to kya karega Qazi. So whenever some people, they want to talk to me about this issue, I'm like, look, they were so happily married. They had such a romantic relationship. They enjoyed their life together. What's the problem you are having? What's your problem? When they were happy, she never complained. She was not miserable. And then we look at her life. She was so young when she got widowed. And she took up a career. What was that? Education. But in that education, she was so focused. Imagine, she was young. She did not have a husband. She did not have kids. But the state of mind, the frame of mind she was in. In our times again, when we see a girl who's not married, okay, then she takes up a career, but she's so frustrated. She hates everyone. She hates her life. She hates people. She isolates herself. She becomes suicidal. Okay? Because she says, I have no life. But Aisha radiallahu anha, she invested in herself. She groomed herself further. She spread out that knowledge. And she spread out that knowledge to masses through her mahrams. It was always her nephews who would come to her, ask her, she would explain to them, they will document it and they will pass it on to the rest of the people. So she adopted that path, but with a lot of clarity. Then we look at the same family. There is another girl, Fatima radiallahu anha, daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look, the mother had been working, dynamic. The stepmother, she is educationist. But what role did Fatima radiallahu anha adopt? A total domestic role. She became, what did she become? No, she did not become housewife. She became homemaker. That's the career she took up. That was her personality. So that tells us, please do not opt for a rat race. If everyone is doing it, I'll do it. You have to see your own individual circumstances. What's my personality like? What are my circumstances? What should I opt for? And again, she was very healthy. So end of the day, the most important thing is you have to stay healthy. Lot of working women, they are so frustrated because they're working outside home, then they come home, then they are loaded with work at home. They have messed up relationships. They're not able to save much money. When COVID happened, so there were lockdowns, women stayed home, they took care of their kids, and they realized that when they were going out of the home, they were working all those hours. When they'll come back home, they'll still have to work, they'll still have to take care of their kid. And while they were working, they were putting their kids in the daycare. So a lot of their money was going in the daycare, a lot of their money was going in commuting, and end of the day, they were not making anything. So they realized that if they stay home, they spend more time with their family, they are more sane, and they are able to save money, or in fact, they are not going in minus. The family environment was also getting better. And plus, the government was also providing, the social services were also providing for them, so they decided we are not going back. Even if the social services changed their ruling, we're not going back. I was surprised that this wave of COVID had brought some sense to women. what do you need is the work-home balance with the career choice. If you don't have that kind of a balance, you will be in a trouble. You will not be happy with your life. There are going to be times when you will sort of, keep blaming religion. Keep blaming Islam. Blame your father or men in the family, husband, or society to be very conservative. It's not about the society, it's about us. That's the clarity Islam gives us, that you need to see the world through your lens. And that lens is the lens of Islam. Don't get dictated by different ideologies coming to you. So, a couple of tips that I would like to give you. Be who you are. Try to understand your own self. Try to listen to yourself, what abilities I have, and have confidence in yourself. A lot of time we listen to the external voices. You are stupid, you're bewakoof, you're this, you're that, you're not this, you're no good. And we internalize those messages so much that then we are just, investing in those areas. Then be aware of the right resources, whatever they are. Then you need to be skillful. You need to have good organization and time management skills. Then you need to not stay in your comfort zone. Always take small risks of learning. You need to be learning all the time. Then never give up. Never give up on yourself. Let's say you applied for a job or you had a dream and you were not able to take it up. Keep trying. And when you sit with educated community, they don't give importance to a Quran teacher. For them, it's the evidence-based knowledge and these studies and these researches. But then they take this impact. Oh, she's an hijabi, but she's still studying. She's grooming herself. She's working on herself. Look at the value that you can add, as I told you, to the society, to the family, to your own self. Always have clarity that I'm not going to make compromise on my belief system. Have variety of work. So ultimately the career should help you as an individual, in your growth, in your family. Unless the whole system benefits, this career is not going to be good enough for you. So how do you decide? Have deep conversation with your own self. Write down certain values. Understand yourself. And start looking around. Talk to experts. And ask them about different pros and cons. Think about your life goals and also understand how this is going to add on to your akhirah as well. How it will help you work on those areas. Unless you do that, the career choice is going to be not much of benefit to you.
What is the difference between housemaker and housewife?
Housemaker and housewife. When the women, they say, I'm a housewife, they usually say, I'm just a housewife. It's like under house arrest. That's the kind of feeling and connotation we attach to it. But when we say, I'm a homemaker, so what am I doing? I am doing a lot of things at home that you're not even aware of. I make my home. I invest in my home. I groom my kids. I facilitate my husband. And that means I'm also skillful. It's not like I'm energizing everyone and I'm running out of my fuel.
After marriage, if you are focusing on your career and if your husband is not supporting you, so can you disobey?
What do you think? She says after marriage, if you are focused on your career and your husband does not agree, can you disobey? Hai, kitna dukhi answer hai. No. Absolutely not. But why? Because he is the CEO. When you're working in a company, what would you do? If you don't respect CEO, what happens? You're kicked out. Then you're jobless. You don't have money. And it's probably the best career option that you have. So boss is boss. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a system so that we do not take emotional decisions. But having said that, if you feel that you want to opt for a career option and he is refusing, try to understand his perspective and then build your relationship with him. So we need to have that patience. We are very short-sighted. We don't have a bigger vision in life.
But now if we are not focusing on career, our passion, so it will be unfair with us. मतलब कि पैसा से लेकिन औरत अपनी मर्जी नहीं करती।
नहीं, बिल्कुल औरत अपनी मर्जी कर सकती है. औरत अपनी मर्जी से पढ़ना शुरू कर दे ना घर में, ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज ज्वाइन कर ले. Either you can get frustrated or you can wait for the right time, right opportunity. And the right opportunities can come after 10 years. But if in all those 10 years you have just sat being frustrated, hating your husband, loathing this job कि जी बच्चे पाल रही हूँ मैं कोई गाय भैंस हूँ, this kind of sick mentality is going to ruin you and kill you. But if you say, no, I'm at home because I want to focus on my family and support your husband, one day he will admire you if you are still working on yourself. He is not stopping you from reading good books. He is not stopping you from doing some healthy work at home. There's so much that you can do with your life, even if he tells you, please don't take up a career.
How do we switch our mentality from being frustrated and turning it to be positive? Because like being a working woman, me and my family really admire you. We know about you and we've been searching you on YouTube and all that stuff, and we know the admirable work that you do. So how do we switch the mentality from like being a working lady, a very successful working lady, but you get those things where you become frustrated and you loathe yourself and your family, and turning back to be positive again and to be like us.
That's an important question. If you have a career-oriented mindset and now you need to change it, how do you do that? For me, the only formula is become a Quran student, a thorough Quran student, and understand what is important in life. Set your priorities right. Some places are difficult, some challenges are difficult. You will always have struggle, but you need to be content. If you're not content with what Allah has created for you, for me the only reason is, if He says no, I won't do it. Bas, khatam, khalas. अब ये नहीं है कि why men allowed and why I'm not allowed. I always tell myself, if someone mistreats me, वो अल्लाह को जवाब दें. Why should I get stuck with them, their mentality, some complications, some conspiracy theory? I have so many things to do. Let me focus on my work. And that also generates and brings in positivity. I'm not accountable for someone else. अच्छा, अगर एक husband abuser है, तो वो अल्लाह को जवाब देगा ना, अल्लाह ने नहीं छोड़ना उसे. Why not just do your job right? Why stay miserable in life just because someone else is toxic? If someone is toxic, leave the matter to Allah. But we need to come out of this instant gratification. Delayed gratification life mein laएं. Sometimes you see the results 10 years from where you were. ये इस तरह के डिसीजन ना लिया करें जो बहुत इमोशनल हैं. Have peace in your life and be a Quran student for life. There are so many ideologies. Even if you read Western literature, there are going to be people who will be talking against all of them, who are not Quran students. Even they would say we are skeptic about these ideologies or these school of thoughts. So we are privileged to have Quran with us. हमें सिर्फ सही decisions करने हैं. We need to take good decisions. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.